Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome to a new episode of your favorite podcast, guys. And in today's episode, we are going to talk about how I was able to build a real estate empire, I will say, by paying cash. Okay? So, listen to this. It's going to be very, very interesting. So, just to kind of explain the context, right? I was talking to this person. And they were asking me, what is your net worth? And I was like, Jesus Christ. I read books where people say you need to know your net worth and you need to check it every day and stuff. That is not something I do, simply because, I don't know, I have other priorities in life. And, having a high net worth is good. I'm not going to complain, but it's not an obsession, okay? But we started talking, and I realized that, I haven't checked in a while. And it turns out, I don't know. It's just an estimate for me, but I'll say it's maybe $2-3 million or something that I have. Way more. Maybe 5 to 7 or something that I have in assets. Okay, land. Okay, I have a lot of land. And so that person asked me, okay, so, what's your interest rate on the land? And I said, what do you mean interest rate? They said, you are paying interest for that land. How much, how high is the interest rate? Which bank did you go to? And I said, what bank? I paid cash. And they were in complete disbelief, telling me that it is impossible to go and buy stuff cash. Now, when I say cash, I don't mean I came with a suitcase full of money, right? But I paid with my own money in one go, all right? And now, so a lot of people here or in the real estate game are going to basically jump up the walls and be like, this is the last thing you want to do. You should go borrow money and all that kind of stuff. This is how you build the empire, blah, blah, blah. Yes, maybe. This is one way of doing this, okay? But there are different ways of doing it. So I'm going to explain first kind of why before I explain the how. The why is more important for me, okay? So I am not a financial advisor, so please don't take this as financial advice. I'm just telling you what I do, and I'm going to explain why I do it. So it's going to make sense for you, okay? And then I'm going to tell you how I did it. So first thing is this, I don't like to go and borrow somebody else's money, because here's kind of for me, this is the philosophy. When you go and borrow money, you're basically trying to buy something that you cannot afford, you do not have the money for, and hence you have to go get somebody else's money. And I don't know what the reason is. I do not have any reason for doing this. All right. So a lot of people will do this because they want to impress other people. I need to be in this neighborhood. I need to have this house. I need to have this car. But I do not have this problem. Okay. So my thing is this, is when you borrow money, you will have to repay that money someday. Okay. So today it might be fine. Today you're like, I make that much a month. And then, first of all, there's always something unexpected that will come and bite you. Secondly, you're going to want to buy more stuff that you cannot afford. And third, you're basically, when you're buying a house, you take that mortgage over 25 years or something. You are betting, so as if you have a crystal ball, that in the next 25 years, nothing bad is going to happen to you. That salary that you have is going to be either the same or it's going to grow, and nothing, no problem, nothing will ever happen to you, okay? And it doesn't work this way. You have recessions, you have a whole bunch of things that can happen. And that, for me, can only lead to stress. Now, I have borrowed money in the past from a bank, the first apartment that I bought. And every single month, I was worried about, I need to repay that damn mortgage. Okay, which at the end of the day ends up costing you way more than the actual house, but it's normal, right? Because guess what? Because you are trying to buy something you do not have the money for, and then you ask someone else to pay that for you, and it's a risk for them. If you had the money, you would buy it. So it means this person, it's a risky bet, and so they put interest on it. Some people moan and complain about interest. Well, don't go and borrow money, and you won't pay interest. Okay, so that is the thing. Borrowing money for me is just stress. It is unnecessary stress that I do not want to put in my life because I don't have a need. Some people think, oh, I need this. You don't. Okay, you do not. And so I like to wait until I have enough money to do it so that my existence is peaceful. Remember, guys, I told you, you need to have a silver lining. You need to have a destination where you're going. All right? And mine is peace. And having to think about how I'm going to repay the bank, for me, it's not peace. Okay? Now, one other thing is, when you go borrow money from the bank, I know a lot of people, they're like, yeah, I'm a homeowner. I'm like, no, you're not. The bank is. Until you have repaid that bank, that house is not yours. And so that's the thing is, it's immediate versus delayed gratification. Okay, some people want, I want the house now, thinking that you're the homeowner. No, at the end of the day, because people are like, oh, well, it will take so much time to save money, to buy the house is going to take 10 years. It's the same thing for you. In 25 years, you will own that house. You do not own it now. Okay, so at the end of the day, it's the same thing. Okay, minus the stress. Right? If you do not have the stress of the bank calling you and stuff, let's say you lose your job, you're screwed. I know people, if they lose their job, they are screwed. Right now, I lose my job, I'm fine. Nothing will ever happen to me. Okay? So that's the first thing. I could go on and on about this. But probably you're like, oh, okay, makes sense. I never actually saw it this way. Right? So obviously, people in the real estate game can tell you, yeah, what you need to go to do is you borrow money, you put a down payment of 10%, and then afterwards you go get more properties, you go get blah, 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 etc. Yes, you can do that. It's a choice of life, right? Now, there is a problem in the economy. How many of those people you've seen, they sunk, right? Oh, the value of my house is going down. Do you think I care? I already paid for the damn house, right? I already paid for the damn land. It doesn't change anything. Anyway, I'm not a financial advisor. So that's the why I paid cash. I pay cash for everything, okay? I do not buy stuff I cannot afford. I just don't. It's just, I don't know. It's just bad karma. It's just, for me, it's pointless. I don't need to impress anybody. I don't have, specific needs. I have philosophical needs of having peace. And not, owing people money is peace for me. Now, how did I do it? How did I do it, right? So here's the thing. There is a lot of, and please no offense to anybody who's in like real estate or something, but there are a lot of people who will tell you, oh yeah, the only way to make money is you go in real estate and stuff like that. And they want you to buy this house, and then you're going to rent this house, and then blah, 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 etc. And very often, you know what? These people tell you this because that's the only way they know how to make money, okay? With other people's money. That's the only way they know. I know ways that are a lot more profitable. I don't need to invest 250 grand to get like $800 a month from a rent. I can do that for free. For free. I can create something that will create $1,000 a month for free. I do not need to buy a property, okay? And that's the big difference. There are people, they're like, and people who like, I can create wealth with real estate. Yes, if you can do it with your own money, then fine. If you have to go get somebody else's money, I'm sorry, anyway, it's a debate. So, in my case, what do? I create businesses. And there are fully automated businesses, okay? The investment is minimum to launch the business. And then it runs in the background and it will bring you cash flow every single month. This is exactly what I did to buy my properties cash. So I decided, at the time when I bought the first one, the first one that I bought cash, I had a business, like online affiliate business for like a weight loss product. It was bringing me between $6,000 and $7,000 every single month, passive, that landed in my bank account. right? Without me having to do much, okay? And so I decided, hey, you know what? What I'm going to do, I'm going to stack this money. I just leave it in the bank for like a year and a half. In a year and a half, I buy a property. So some people are like, no, I want the house now, like a kid, like you're 2 years old. No, I want it now. And then now you're going to borrow money. And for the next 25 years, you're going to be stressed. Me, I decided, hey, I will wait a year and a half. In a year and a half, I buy this property. I'm free for the rest of my life. And that is what I do. I create businesses, and I can help you guys create businesses that bring money. So every single month lands in your bank account without you having to invest 300,000, 500,000 or something. It can bring you like 3 times, 4 times more money than the rent that you would get from those places. And then you just wait a little bit. And then you go out, you buy a property. If you want to buy a property, here in this case, I'm just telling you the story of how I bought the property, right? And you have peace of mind for the rest of your life, okay? Now, do I need to buy properties and stuff? No, I don't. Right? That's the thing. Now, I have enough properties, like enough land. I have like something like 5 hectares. I think I don't know how many acres that is. I think it's like, 9 acres or something. I don't remember the conversion. Some with a private beach, some with like a beachfront, absolutely pristine land. It's fabulous. I don't need to go get more. Why would I get more, right? But the principle is this, is I build businesses. They're running right now. And these businesses are generating money that I put in the bank. So people are like, oh, don't leave money in the bank, blah, blah, blah. Well, I will leave money in the bank for like a year and a half until I have the money. And then I pay for the damn property, okay? Now, if this is something that you want in your life, you want a life where you do not have to stress every single day about what happens if I lose my job tomorrow, this house that I have a mortgage for, that I'm here, I cannot save any money, then if I lose my job, we are out, okay? If you're living this existence and you want that to stop, you want a life where you have peace of mind, then these are the things that I teach in my community. I teach you guys how to build businesses that are basically going to generate money for you in the back end, okay? And then afterwards, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just telling you my experience. What I did is I take this money and then I buy a property. I buy it cash. And every day, guys, I wake up, I can breathe, right? I don't have any debt today, none. I do not owe money to anybody. And trust me, it makes a huge difference. I have been in a situation where with the first property that I bought, I told you I did have a mortgage. And yes, there were situations where my situation changed, something happened, car breaks down, I don't know, kid is sick, something. You see, every month you plan for something and there is always something that happens, okay? Now, imagine recession, something happens at work, that you lose your job. How long can you survive? Like having to pay that thing. I'm pretty sure it is like, we're talking like 1 month, okay? You're 1 month away from disaster. And I do not want to live that kind of existence. And that's the reason why I created this system here, okay? Now, again, not financial advice. This is just me. But my life is, I'll say, I don't want to brag or anything, but my life is awesome for this reason. Because I have peace. I do not owe money to anybody. Nobody can control me. I go to bed, I sleep like a baby. I wake up every single day. I am happy. And I'm building another empire right now. The money is stacking up because of my businesses. And then I can go do something with this money. I do not need to borrow money. I don't need to involve anybody in my businesses. I do not have external stress. And this is something that I want for you. So if this is something that you want, then by any means, there's going to be a link down there to talk to me. There's going to be something that says, talk to me one-on-one or something. It's going to be in there. And by any means, please go ahead. Okay. So that is pretty much it for this episode. Thank you very much. And now we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.